Anna brought it back to me from the Orient. It's an authentic Indian fabric.
Obviously what prompted Indian food for dinner.
Exactly. It's an all-Indian party.
I thought it was something from the gypsies.
Oh, Charles, really? Well, your grandson recognized it straight off as something Indian.
Well, there isn't much that escapes that boy's interest.
Except Tara Martin. She seems to have escaped his interest.
Joe Martin's daughter?
Then Amy would know all about that.
Oh, why?
Well, it seems that Tara has set her eye on young Philip Brent instead. That's Amy's nephew.
Is that a fact?
Yes. Yes, they seem quite serious about each other.
And isn't that amazing?
Why, Mother?
Well, that she should prefer young Philip to our Chuck.
Philip is a wonderful boy.
Oh, of course he is, Amy, dear. I liked him enormously the few times that I've seen him, but, well, oh, never mind.
Oh, what were you going to say?
Well, if you want me to be frank about it, I mean, well, now, certainly Chuck's prospects are certainly much better than young Brent's.
Phoebe.
Well, whoever knows where the young will put their hearts?
My dear Link, it isn't a matter only of their hearts. It's their entire future. The possibility of their similar interests and... Oh, well, let's face it. Chuck's going to be a doctor and a very fine one. Now, I have no idea what Philip may have in mind or even if his family will be able to send him to college.
Of course he's going to college. He's exceptionally bright, and he's one of the finest, most sensitive young men you could ever meet, Phoebe.
Well, Amy, dear, I certainly didn't intend to offend you.
Well, you're not offending me. I just find it a little difficult to understand why you think Tara should prefer Chuck over Philip. I mean, the fact that Philip's family is not as socially prominent or as financially well off as Chuck's shouldn't be the sole criterion for judgment.
Well, I'm sure Mother didn't mean that, Amy.
No, Amy.
Really, my dear, you make me sound like a terrible social snob.
Well, and Amy didn't mean that, Mother. It's just that, well, Amy has been terribly concerned over the possibility of Philip's being drafted and, you know, the effect upon her sister. So Philip is rather a touchy subject at the moment.
Well, with all of your work in the peace causes, Amy, I'm sure it's difficult for you to discuss any young man of draft age right now.
Yes, I'm afraid that these war worries have just set us all on edge. As a matter of fact, that's precisely why I planned this Indian dinner party tonight. I am resolved to keep myself in good spirits in spite of it.
Right. It's a good idea. We all need more festivities in our lives.
Exactly. And that's why I am so delighted with Nick Davis's dancing classes. It's precisely what we need to pull ourselves up out of the doldrums. Oh, and Link, you should hear the list of famous names that he has taught and all the glamorous charity balls that he's organized.
Well, I'm sure that it would be great fun for Amy, Mother.
Of course. Oh, I'm counting on Amy to help me get this started off right.
Yeah. Sorry, I've been away from the valley a long time. I can't seem to place you. Did we know each other?
Well, I am Ted Brent.
Ted Brent? Well, yeah, of course. The football star. Hey, you were always a big idol of mine.
Well, like you said, Nick, you've been gone a long time.
Yeah. 19 years.
So what have you been doing with yourself lately?
Oh, great things, Ted. I've been opening up a chain of dancing studios all over the country. Detroit, St. Louis. Doing great.
Really? Why did you come back to Pine Valley?
Why not? You know, it's always easiest to start a thing in a place where you know something about what's going on. Have a few people help you make contacts. You know, it's easier to get your foot in the door when you know a little background about a place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm following you, Nick.
Well, what I do in a new town is I throw a charity ball right off. Now, that's why I wanted to see Morgan. I usually tie in a local car dealer to provide us with some fancy cars for the ball, and he gets his name in there where it counts, where the money is.
Where it counts, the money.
Yeah, you know, you get society people involved, and everybody seems to follow along. Well, life's not too tough if you can figure out a couple angles ahead of time. You know what I mean?
Maybe I do.
Ted, honey, I'm so sorry I'm late, but...
Well, Ruthie... Of course. You told me your married name was Brent. Well, it's a small world. I just didn't know you meant Ted Brent, the football star.
What are you doing here, Nick?
Oh, I was just telling Ted all about Davis Dancers. I came here to offer Valley Motors some free advertising, but well, it seems that Mr. Morgan isn't here, and I may have to shove off before he gets back.
I'll give him your message.
Good, thanks, Ted. You know, I just can't get over you two being married. That's a small world department, eh? And Ruthie tells me I have a son. Here you are being so cool about it, you didn't even mention it.
Yeah, that's right.
She says you're about high school age now. What, 17, 18?
That's right.
Oh, great. Well, who's he take after, you or Ruth?
He takes after both of us, Nick.
Ah. Well, that's terrific, Ruthie, really. You know, I really look forward to meeting that son of yours sometime.